Hello there, one and all. It's Connor, and welcome to Applaud the Mod, the series that takes a look at a variety of different modifications for the PC gaming platform. Today we are looking at Stargate Invasion for Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. Well, a lot of Sins of a Solar Empire modifications lately because I cannot stop playing the game. I'm very much enjoying it and all the modifications that are out for it. So yes, today we are looking at a Stargate modification, of course. I mean, the name is Stargate Invasion. And I am a fan of Stargate. I mean, I know some of the shows have been really low budget, such as SG-1, but I like them. I do like them. They have interesting characters, villains, the stories are quite interesting, as are some of the ships. I mean, here we have some, what are they called now? I keep forgetting their name. It's not Reaper, it's something else, but let's get into the game anyway. So this video will be quite short, mostly because it's not got as much content as other modifications I cover, but it has it has a lot of potential, which is why I'm covering it, and to be honest, I had a lot of fun playing what is available. So here we go through the factions. So first off, Human, also known as the Tauri. Secondly, we have the Goa'uld, which are Egyptian themed for the most part. Their ships include a lot of pyramid shaped ships and things like that. So the Goa'uld are kind of symbiotes, like little, you know how aliens look whenever they come through the chest? They're like little snake-like creatures, chest bursters. They kind of look like them, only not as nasty, and they go inside the host and take over, and then all of a sudden their eyes glow, and then they have really deep voices like a wrestler for some reason, but they're pretty interesting overall. Then we have the Wraith. That's the ones I couldn't remember the name of. The Wraith they're quite creepy, actually. They're kind of like the Yuuzhan Vong from Star Wars, only if they were crossed with the Na'vi from Avatar. They are quite intimidating, and you can see their ships here. They're quite organic in structure, which is why I kind of... Oh, shit. What did I do that for? Well, I messed up. But that's why I compared them to the Yuuzhan Vong. A lot of their ships are organic-based, and they kind of need to feed on humans and stuff to survive. I'm not really sure on the Yuuzhan Vong diet. I do believe they eat other races from time to time, but I'm not sure they have to eat a lot. So, right. The other two races are the Asurans and the... what are they called? Now, you know what? I'm going to have to go back because I messed up. Quit. Shouldn't take too long, and this game's actually pretty quick getting back to the menu. See? We're already back there. Right, so... Single player. Yeah, we'll just go to tryout again. I like the map. So here's the factions. Human. The humans are also known as Tauri. That's what all the other alien races call them. The Goa'uld. The Wraith. You know what, actually? Hold on, I'll go through the races and tell you what kind of ships they have. So humans, kind of like Battlestar Galactica, only the ships are a lot more boxy, and you know what? A lot of their designs I really do not like. They look kind of retarded, like somebody... And I'm not talking about some of the custom units or the original units that the modders have developed, because I don't believe there are a lot of ships designs for the humans in Stargate. But the original ones, like the first carrier type ship you see in Stargate SG-1, looks really retarded. Like, it's so boxy and basic, and later down the line they get some cooler looking ships, like really cool looking ships. I really like the carrier designs, but early on they look kind of crappy. Goa'uld, pyramid shaped ships, cool looking glider fighters, and they're incredibly awesome. I love them. The Wraith, organic ships like you saw before, kind of like the Yuuzhan Vong. The Asgard, they're pretty much aliens, how we would see aliens, just, big eyes, big head, small bodies. And they were seen as Norse gods by the humans, and they're one of the most technologically advanced species in the galaxy. And they were almost, actually no spoilers, but yeah, I suppose I should say that the Goa'uld were seen as Egyptian gods. They came to Earth and pretended to be gods because of their power and stuff. Their ships would use the pyramids as docking rings or docking bays or whatever. The Asurans, which, you know what, I haven't seen too much of, but they're like a long extinct race. They were very advanced then. They became like gods or something. They became entities of pure energy. I think that's them. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if you have any idea about Star Trek. But yes, one thing I should mention is that a lot of the faction ships aren't skinned yet. There's renders for the shipyards and other buildings, but some of them are still the base games, vanilla stations and shipyards and things. So that's why I didn't really want to cover this, but I had a lot of fun with it. I like what's in it so far, and as I said, it has a lot of potential, so that's why I'm taking a look at it. Now, one of the factions that I'm going to take a look at is the Goa'uld, because I think their ship designs are really cool and unique. So we'll do that. We'll just have 2 enemy randoms. Lucian Alliance active. What's this? Pirate Raiders. Okay, whatever. Small fleets, blah, blah, blah. Everything's fine. Let's go. So, no custom sound effects apart from the actual soundtrack, as you could hear. But here we have one of the Goa'uld larger ships. This is your like colonizer capital ship. And it says here it's Raz class mothership. So in the movie from the 80s or early 90s, was it? The Stargate movie with Kurt Russell, was it? This is the ship that lands on this like foreign planet that has pyramids. It's not Earth, it just is a desert planet. And it lands on top of one of the pyramids. And you can see that pyramid kind of fits right inside it. This thing fits right on top of it. And it uses it as like a docking bay or whatever. But yeah, let me just pick something here. I want to show you a couple of the fighters anyway. I mean, I really like these models. There's a couple of other capital ships. I mean, look at the shipyard here. It's not even rendered or anything. It's not even meshed. It's very basic. But you know what? It's all the only thing I really care about is the hold on. The ships. Tried to get that out, but I wasn't thinking properly. Right, so let me just what am I doing? Weapons labs, yeah, let's get those. So yes, as you can see, a lot of the buildings are pretty basic, vanilla. I believe those are the third alien race buildings. The really weird shaped ships and all they have. But yeah, a lot of stuff hasn't been put in. It's in very early stages, so remember that before you even try to play it. Before you start complaining about it. And I know none of you would do that, but there are some people that just drop by the channel and say, the way isn't this finished, why can I no play? Like, I know. I mean, the guys are putting a lot of work into it, and you can see that they are. So, yeah. Think before you do anything. Now, there's a little ship here. You see these further in DSG-1, I believe. It's the Al-Kash ship. It's like a little, well, Corvette, I should say. It's I just really like the design of this thing. You can see the turret on the underside. The dual turret there. The dual gunned turret. I really like the design of this ship. And I usually get a large fleet. But here we have some scouts. But I believe they're from the base game as well, vanilla. You know, I play a lot of the mods for the game, but I can't even remember the name of, like, most of the factions. I believe the human faction is called the Trade something. I have no idea. It's not the Trade Federation, that's from a different universe. But what I'm trying to do here, actually, is... Let me see. Yeah, that's the one I'm looking. There are a couple of ships that look the same, so bear with me here. And as I said, I can't really show you too much of it. I don't believe there are... Is there Titans? Oh, the Anubis mothership. That ship is awesome. You know what? I'm going to show you an image here on screen because I want to keep the video short because there's a lot of stuff that isn't finished and I would rather cover it further down the line. Now, here's the glider, the Death Glider. These things are awesome. I love their designs. I really, really do. Let me just see. I need more command cap, don't I? I do indeed, yes. Right, fleet logistics. Let's get one of those, and that's all we can afford. And what I want to get is one of these big... Well, I can't even afford one of the battleships, can I not? Huh. Well, what do you know? There we go, now we can get one. Right, so we need 650. Shouldn't take too long to get that, right? There we go, got enough for it. And the attack is a heavy attack vessel. Right, so that's basically their... It says they're the mainstay of their fleet, so that's going to be your just multi-role ship. So here they are. This is the ship I really wanted to show you guys. I mean, look at the design of that. Is that not unique? It's a pyramid. It's a smaller version of one of these ships, and it's just surrounded by armor reinforcements, weapon platforms, and stuff. It's awesome. I love the design, but as you can see, the other ship I built is exactly the same model, which is unfortunate. But the Goa'uld, every race in Star Trek never really had a massive variety of ship types. So I do believe some of the modders who are working on this, and they've done an excellent job so far. I mean, some of the original designs are awesome, especially for, I think, their human original designs for the human ships. I really do like some of the later human ships. The earlier ones, not so much. But yeah, so let me just slow the time down there so we can talk a bit more before I get attacked. Right, see the Death Gliders that... hold on, do they get anything? They do indeed, yes. Let's see if we can get a bomber. abilities here. You can see they don't have custom images yet. And one thing I should mention is, well, you can see everything here, still vanilla. All this stuff with the tech tree and research here, all vanilla. I thought I bought that. I did. So why is it still showing up? Good. Is that me? Well, it's not me. For once, that's awesome. Yeah, he's actually attacking the other one. Alright, so we're going against... that doesn't really matter. I'm not going to be playing it. But we're going against... I can't even remember the name of those guys again. You know, the blue people. The Wraith, that's it. Now let me see what I've got here. Yeah. Don't seem to be any carriers, do there? Let me just check something here real quick. Well, yes, so, I mean, I don't really think it's worth making a video to show you all the ships that the other factions do have, because a lot of them aren't meshed, and to be honest, I think it will give a bad impression of the game. But look at this model here, look at that little window details. These are things I love when I'm playing a game like this, or a modification. Being able to see every little individual window, and it gives you an idea of the scale. Also, you know, a pyramid would fit there, not really a 4-sided pyramid, looks like a 3-sided one. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty damn awesome, and if you've watched Star Trek, you know how good this model is compared to the really crappy CGI of the early 2000s, late 90s. I mean, it's impressive, it really is, but hopefully within a couple of years, 2 to 3 years, I'm being attacked. I hate playing these mods. Well, not the mods, sorry, the base game. There's some mods that don't allow you to disable the super weapons, like the Galaxy gun from Star Wars, and you just get pounded with it, and I hate that. I like ship battles, fleet battles. But yes, the modification is very enjoyable. Do be aware, again, that it's in early stages. Please don't be asking me in the comments, why is it like this? When will it be finished? I don't know. I just make videos trying to help these guys get the word out and give their mods a little bit of extra composure, or exposure, not composure. I'm sure they're awful composed, to be honest. But a little bit more exposure, because I enjoy these worlds, this sci-fi universe, the characters, and these guys are going out of their way for nothing to make a modification. So nerds like me can play it and enjoy it. So thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing all your work in the future. So before I go here, I have a Patreon page that is set up. It has some details on it, but I'll mention them off the bat here. But basically, you go to the Patreon page, you can pledge anything from $1 upwards to anything, I believe. And that will be taken out monthly out of your bank account or whatever to be given to me. And it will allow me to buy webcam, so I can start streaming, and so you can see my lovely Irish mug. I mean, I'm not that attractive, guys, but if you really want to see me that much, then go and donate. $1 here, $1 there. You know, it's all fine. I already have 2 people that have donated, and I am very much appreciative of that. I don't want to name them in case they don't want to be named, but if they do, you can type in the comments below, and I'll thank you personally. Yeah, so yeah, Patreon page below. You can go there, donate $1 of anything up from that, and I'll be doing live streams later down the line, playing awesome modifications like this, Sins of the Prophets, Star Wars Interregnum, Thrawn's Revenge 2, and Stargate. And not Stargate. This is Stargate, Connor. Star Trek Armada 3. And, well, many, many more. So, thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button. And subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, why haven't you already subscribed? What is wrong with you? Do you not see these ships? Look at them. Do you not want to see more like this? Look at that. Do you not want to see one of these guys going against a Wraith battleship and just pounding the crap out of each other? What's wrong with you? Are you a My Little Ponies guy, are you? Do you like them? You don't like massive battleships that can tear the shit out of each other? Then hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.
Good day, loyal citizens of the Empire. Today, the Emperor has employed a system that will allow you to support the latest Imperial endeavors. Click the link below to support a safer and brighter future for every citizen of the Empire.